Could it be? Is Zero using our plan for his own purposes?
Nope, not at all. Okay, so... yeah, it gets worse. I'm not even going to be rhetorical.
So after Zero's S&M club attacks, Toto comes to his aid and we find out that yes, the Britannians and Chinese were so stupid that they left the wedding completely unguarded. Right. Because Suzaku only shows up after the Black Knights have attacked.
I guess they just took Zero at his word. I mean, it's not like he ever lies or anything.
Suzaku! It can't be! Master Toto?!
No, it can't be! Wait, why can't it be? You know he was one of the Black Knights. He was imprisoned for over a year. Did you just have a brain aneurysm?
So Toto defeats Suzaku because, I have no idea, allowing Zero to escape with the Empress.
Are they trying to escape through a gap in our radar surveillance network?
Absurd! How could they know that?
I don't know, is that what they're doing? Because I still see a bunch of red dots being tracked on your screen. You gonna maybe follow them?
Deploy the Dragon Cavalry to pursue them.
That is now our task. You are relieved of duty.
No? Okay, whatever.
Take the next right.
No, we go straight here.
What, you know how to get there?
Long ago, there's something I
left a pot boiling on the stove, and it burned my entire house and farm to the ground. I never was very good in the kitchen. So I set out on a quest to become a simple nun. Unfortunately, I was transformed into an immortal witch, doomed to walk the earth for thousands of years, banging millions of guys. I have so many STDs. We'd be here all day if I tried to list them. Syphilis, gonorrhea, genital warts.
This union of United States will form an axis to oppose Britannia.
Our nation's already a federated system.
All systems are limited.
AIDS, HIV, HPV, Super AIDS, exploding cancer. Wait, what? Did you just say you're gonna reorganize an entire country?
Yeah, that's happening now. Zero just up and declares that he's going to single-handedly reform the Chinese Federation as the United States of China.
I'm sorry, but who the fuck do you think you are? Who are you to tell a sovereign nation what's best for them? Isn't that what you're fighting against with Britannia? Or is destabilizing societies now a hobby of yours?
So the eunuchs take out a bridge in order to stop the giant pink penis and severed balls from escaping, because God knows how much they hate male genitals. But the Black Knights surround the impotent Chinese forces and Zero escapes anyway. As for Britannia...
Once we've replaced my float unit, I can go after the Empress.
No, we can't go there unless requested by the Chinese Federation.
Then why are you putting up with this shit? You know, if the Joint Chiefs would have sat around waiting for permission from Pakistan to take out Bin Laden, SEAL Team 6 never would have got him. And I mean never. That's the same thing that's happening right now, except the Britannians were already there and decided to leave because fuck it. Wonderful. Cue Shinkai and his bullshit mobile.
Why is it equipped with the same flight system we use?
Nightmare frame Shenhoo. And it's only running at 40% of full output. How could the high eunuchs have built it?
You know, pointing out plot holes doesn't stop them from being plot holes. And why the shit would the Chinese Federation even hesitate a second to use this thing?
And why did they relieve Shinkai of duty only to reinstate him and send him after Zero immediately? Which he was going to do anyway.
We developed it at the same time as the Guren, but it was too high-spec to handle. A one-of-a-kind nightmare that no pilot could master.
I don't even know why I bother asking questions anymore. This makes no fucking sense!
You're telling me that this thing was developed at the same time as Colin's mech, which, given the initial capabilities of Colin's original mech, would put it generations ahead in terms of technology. So that's bullshit. But you never used it because it couldn't be used. What is this, Evangelion? And why is the guy perpetually suffering from internal bleeding, the only one strong enough to pilot the damn thing?
You guys were better off just pulling robots out of your ass and not explaining them. Because at least then you didn't sound like morons because you weren't saying anything!
So Shinkai defeats Colin because she was too brainless to recharge her Guren's power cell. I'm too depressed to make fun of that, so instead we'll talk about something else. Zero lets Colin get captured without putting up any fight at all.
Don't give up. I promise I'll save you.
I'm sorry. Changing the subject, the Chinese fleet arrives, and after Shenhoo stops to cough up more blood, the Black Knights engage them in a massive battle. However, before it can even begin, it's already over because Zero's forces sink into the mud. Because Shenhoo outsmarted him.
I don't care anymore. I mean, it's like you give a guy a giant mech and all of a sudden he's better, stronger, and smarter than everybody else. Oh, no, wait. He was already better, stronger, and smarter than everybody else because that's the only reason he could pilot the mech in the first place. Which is why the Chinese Federation held him back and only deployed him once their Empress had already been kidnapped. I wonder, if I break the DVDs, could I just leave right now?
So Zero fires his massive cock blast at the Chinese, retreating to
Mausoleum of 88 Emperors.
Oh, is that what it's called? You know, keep it up, you guys. One day you will pull in those blind viewers. I have faith in you.
But prepare yourselves for the most confounding sequence yet. After Shenhoo royally wrecks the best of the Black Knights and captures their ace pilot, the Chinese eunuchs immediately surround him to capture him as a traitor and remove him from the fight.
Sure.
The Britannians arrive to aid in the fight because the Chinese didn't call them in before their massive showdown, because then they would have won the battle instead of stretching it out for another episode.
Right.
And then we see Lelouch back at the school just fine. Whatever. The end.
Okay. So, you have the Britannians right there in your city, but instead of immediately sending them after Zero, you willfully allow him to escape the country, and only then do you send your best soldier after him in your best mech. After Shenhoo stops the Black Knights in their tracks, buying you enough time to arrive with your whole army, you then decide that he's better utilized doing nothing, and only then do you call in the Knights of the Round, who could have entered the battle at any time and secured the win. But instead, you allow the Black Knights to refortify their position in a mountain stronghold so that you now have the least chance of defeating them. Did I miss anything? Because I think you guys just might be the worst tacticians I've ever seen. Well, that's definitely enough for this time. Hopefully I'll see you guys next time. I just need time to recover from this heaping stack of horror. But even so...
Let it all